Come on, Kate.
Oh, she's scared.
So guys,
Yo, right off the bat, you tell, yo, she is not about. He said, come on, Kate. She said, no. I'm gonna divorce your ass. I'm Louie with Flex and Pythons, and we're about to do a reaction to Blind Stryke Exotics. This is a YouTuber that I do watch. He does a lot of ball python breeding, and mainly his videos are around all that. This is a different video than what he's usually used to uploading, which I think is good. I like it when YouTubers kind of get out of what they usually do and put something up that's a little bit different. And so he posted a video titled "My Wife Hates Snakes. Will She Hold One? Overcoming a Fear of Snakes Part 1." And I was like, this is going to be a good stuff. This could be something good to react to. I got a feeling, so we're going to go ahead and give this a watch here. Now, let's go look at the comments real quick. I just want to look at the comments real quick just to kind of get a vibe of what's in the video. Let's see. So great. Sadly, so much of it is in our heads versus reality. Understanding the ball python's body language is 90% of it. Your wife is a great sport. There's so much misconception about snakes. I feel for her. I know how she feels. I'm so proud of her. Okay, so a lot of positive stuff on here, and also I'm guessing we'll end up talking about just maybe some of the misconceptions, or maybe what I would do if I was trying to introduce someone to a snake. I haven't introduced too many people to snakes, but I have had my kids, which might be a little bit different. We're gonna watch the video, and we're just gonna see how it goes, and we're gonna ride it from there. Let's go. So before we jump into it, make sure you go, check out Blind Stryke Exotics, obviously. We're gonna watch them. If you like ball python content, definitely check him out. He has a lot of good stuff. I really enjoy his content. And then also got a sticker, just want to shout out real quick right here. WisConstrictors Reptiles. He does have a YouTube channel. Go check him out. And now let's watch it.
come on, Kate.
Oh, she's scared.
So guys,
Yo, right off the bat, you tell, yo, she is not about. He said, come on, Kate. She said, no. I'm gonna divorce your ass. Hell no. Yo, that was a great intro. I dig that. Yo, she was not about that. Yo, this is real. This is real. This is real from her. This is real fear. That's crazy. Could you imagine being married to someone, you scared to death of snakes, but you married to someone that has like a crap ton of snakes in your basement? That's nuts. Man, bless her heart, man.
fear is real.
For real.
Hey guys, welcome back to Blind Stryke Exotics. You probably know me. I'm John, but today we have a special guest on the vlog. Mrs. Blind Stryke Exotics.
Miss Blind Stryke.
My wife, Katie.
Hi.
Now this is the first time Katie has been on this channel, and that's because she is deathly afraid of snakes.
Very true.
I can tell from the intro.
Which I guess is hilarious when you consider that I have like 50, 60 adults.
I was just saying, she's in a room of snakes. She's surrounded by snakes. And she is scared. It's just, man.
Now I have like 50 plus hatchlings, plus I have an incubator full of snakes over there. So today what we want to do is try to get her to be a little less scared of these snakes. Now, she's been around them for almost 2.5, 3 years at this point, pretty much every single day, and she still will not hold one. This is not fake. It's not fake. We can tell. Not staged. This is literally going to be her reaction to everything. Her mom, who has never touched a snake before in her life, has actually came in here and held my biggest snake just from watching my videos and becoming familiarized with it. She will still not hold one of these snakes. I think the most I got her to touch one for was what? How long did you touch one for?
3 seconds, I think.
Like literally like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
That's nuts. Can you imagine being married? Like, not even married, just knowing someone for so long and hanging out with them like every day, knowing that they have all these snakes, and that person has not even really spent time with any. That's just kind of nuts to have it, because it's a big part of his life, clearly, right? Look at that room. It is clearly a big part of his life, and for her not to really even ever pick up one, that's like, yo, she loves the hell out of that, man. I mean, otherwise, why? Not many people gonna deal with that if they're terrified of snakes.
She has not held one of these snakes yet. So, now, why do you want to not be afraid of these snakes anymore?
I've always been afraid of snakes. I don't know why. John always asks me, why am I so afraid? And I don't have a good answer to that question. It's just something I've always been afraid of. I didn't know a whole lot about them. I'm learning more about them from them, so it's helping my fear a little bit, but my main motivation is the kids. The kids see me scared to death of them. My 12-year-old makes fun of me all the time because she's not afraid and she holds them, and you all know our 3-year-old Maddie's not afraid, but one time she saw me run out of the room screaming, and that made her scared, and I don't want them to see me afraid, and I want them to see me overcome.
She seemed honest, and I think that's a lot of people. She even said it herself. She said the misconceptions that she had about snakes and all that stuff, and that's what a lot of it is. And now she's learning more. Obviously, being married to a guy that just loves them, right? She's learning a lot for sure. She's still not over that fear, and then she's talking about her kids. I can relate to that. I got 2 kids, and they love snakes, right? I think it's obviously different when you're a child and you're learning about snakes, because your children are more open-minded to things, and they haven't adapted that fear, that stereotypical fear of snakes that a lot of the world has. Let's be honest. So I think kids is a little bit different. Introduce them to a young. I mean, you can see my kids right here. A lot of people would be terrified to death, but as you can see, my kids are having a great time spending time with this 14-foot reticulated python. They think it's a blast, whereas other people will be like, I don't even want to be in the same room with that. So I feel like as children, they're more accepting if you introduce them to it young. But she's being real with it. She's keeping it real. She says, yo, like, she's obviously aware, like, maybe some of her fears might be irrational over snakes, but they're still fears nonetheless. And so just because you might know they're irrational, or it's not the complete truth as to why you're scared, you just, that fear just doesn't go away, though, just because you know the reality of it. So she's keeping it real.
Ready to get started?
Ready as I can be.
Start off small.
Very small.
Very small. We'll start.
You better start out small as hell. Small. You ain't trying to go run out the room. Baby steps, y'all. So I guess that's the approach to it, is that you go introduce someone to snakes, or trying to get them not to hate snakes. Don't just grab the biggest mother trucker that you have and be like, here, easy, right? I guess, start them to something like, just, if they're okay with holding anything, no matter how big the size, the smaller it is, the happier they are, like, just accommodate them, because the ultimate goal, right, is to get them just over the fear of snakes. That's the goal. You don't want them to hate the experience even more. So that's good. Just get the smallest one.
Probably the easiest thing to do is for me to hand her a snake and have her hold it, and a hatchling is probably going to be the easiest thing to do.
Okay.
So you like the blue-eyed Lucy's, right?
Mm-hmm.
The white snakes, blue eyes. You think they're pretty, so they scare you a little less.
Everyone likes an all-white snake. Even people afraid of snakes love an all-white snake.
Some of the other ones.
God.
So this just hatched. This thing's like maybe a week old. It already ate one time. Do you want to put it on the table?
Yeah.
Do you want to pick it up, or do you want to put it in
No,
your
I'm
hand?
not picking it up. No.
Okay. That's her. That's her reaction. That's how nervous she really is about this.
Like sweating.
It doesn't help that it's 80 degrees in here, but.
What are you gonna do to?
Yo, it's gonna be okay, girl. You gonna get through it. Yo, it's not that it's gonna be okay. It's that's the irrational part, because as people that own, especially ball pythons, we know the chances are, especially if you know your husband's picking one out to get you over the fear, you know that he probably got you one that is not, because some of them are feisty, but he definitely got you one that's not feisty. He ain't trying to get you to just be like, hell with it, get me the divorce papers, Trust him.
I'll just hand it to you.
She is not about it.
This is what the real fear.
I'm afraid
actually.
I'm gonna drop his snakes too. That's my other fear. Why?
Well, don't drop the snake. Cause
You ain't gotta worry about dropping. Look at old boy right here. Yo, if she worried about dropping it, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. Maybe littler. You got your hands over like, I don't want to say you got huge hands, because that's like offensive to women or something. I don't know, but I'm just saying your hands are pretty big compared to that little snake. That snake's gonna be fine. That's gonna be fine. But this is, we can kind of see, like, this is real fear. This is real fear. And as a community, we want to get more people accepting of just reptiles in general, snakes, whatever. You want to get them, like, more accepting of it and not be terrified of them. And so this is some good stuff right here for us to see the real reaction of people that are actually terrified of snakes, and what can we do to get them to kind of see that, like, it's not all that bad. And not only that, but how can we prove it to where they're comfortable? Because just because they might understand and realistically be like, okay, well, there's nothing scary about it. There's just a part of you that just, when you're scared of something, you're scared of something. No matter the reality, even when you're aware that it's not going to hurt you, you're still afraid. So this is good to watch just to see what can we do to help make it better for people to learn and to not be afraid of, you know, what we're into. You know, our snakes, our lizards, amphibians, spiders. I'd probably do this with spiders. I don't know.
Throw them or something and run away.
Don't throw it.
I know.
You can run away. Put it down first.
She's like dead tired. He's like, please don't throw this.
As long as you can hold it for her. Hold it as long as you can.
Yeah, that was like that. She was, that's that genuine shake. Like, I'm not about this. Like, you need to calm down. So I wonder. So I'm sure Blind Strike here, he's probably going to take a step back and be like, how can we, like, kind of, we got to go slower, is basically what I'm reading from her. We got to go slower in this process of holding this thing. It's not just, hear it in your hands. Since she's not okay with that, we gotta ease into it even more. Let's see what he's gonna do.
Like you're gonna hold a little chick or puppy.
Sam, maybe we could put it by the
Okay,
table,
put your
so
hand
if I
on the
drop it, it
table.
goes to the table.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, it's a good thing the table's smart. She's not ready for that.
That's a real reaction. She's afraid of the snake that much.
I'm still afraid of their faces.
You can do it. It's a tiny little
Wait,
baby.
you gotta be ready to grab her. Can
I'll
I
grab
put her
her.
on the table?
Yeah.
When I get scared?
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore?
Just tiny little baby. Look how calm. It's not even moving. Guess what? The longer you wait while I have it out,
I know.
it's gonna start moving more.
Okay, okay.
No, it's not gonna get angry.
Okay.
But usually when you take them out, they're like kind of sleepy. So we're waking it up. It's gonna start jiggling around.
She's so shaken. Is that like terrified, or she just like, maybe it's just like she just wants to get it over with type of vibes? She's shaking a lot though. Please, yeah, don't drop. The good thing the table's there. We don't want her to drop this.
Keep her face that way.
I can't make her. I can't.
She's
keep her face
terrified.
anyway.
I can't.
It's gonna be
Well, 'cause
okay,
it's
girl.
gonna
You're
start
gonna get
moving.
through it.
Can I just hold her by the back?
Here, hold the back. I'll hold the head. I'll control the head. You hold the back.
There you go. See, ease into it. Ease into it. That's what I'm saying. You don't gotta hold the whole thing. Let's just calm down. You want to just hold the tail.
She's not gonna bite you.
She's gonna bite
It's
me.
okay.
She's bite you.
Oh, she's terrified. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna get
Hold
through
over
it.
Here, she
Okay.
can't bite you.
Does
There you
this
go.
count?
Yeah, it counts. It's not
See,
that
look
bad.
at the look. It's a slight smile. It's not like oh I'm excited to be holding this. But that is a smile. That is an accomplishment for someone that's terrified of snakes. That is something to be proud of. Hold that accomplishment, girl. Hold on to it. Be proud of it, and let's build from it. There you go.
No, because their face isn't by me. I'm just afraid of their faces, not their body.
But they have tiny little heads, tiny little teeth.
Oh,
Now, what does that
weird.
feel like?
Their skin's so dry. And she's moving like crazy. It kind of scares me when she moves.
Is it still scary?
It's better because she's moving away from me.
All you're holding is her butt.
She likes you. She's going to
you
you.
got snake butt in your hands. Now, was that all that bad?
No, because her face wasn't right.
She's like, no, I won't. You had the part the part that bites. Like that wasn't that bad. That's fine. But that's a big step. She held part of the snake. For someone that doesn't want to touch them, like, you held part of it. You build off that. That's better, because some people will be like, okay, just put it in my hands and they'll be scared. But some people, that's too much. That's just too much sometimes. So this is kind of showing us a different way. Like, well, maybe if you can get them to kind of maybe just pet it a little bit, hold the part that doesn't have teeth, you know. Because in their head, it's like, oh, I won't get bit here. They're not going to get bit by the head either, most likely, if you're giving them a snake that, you trust that, has had pretty good temperament. But as far as someone that's afraid of snakes, it makes sense in their head to be like, well, if I'm not holding the part with the teeth, like, we're good. So, baby steps. That was good.
It was
Okay.
better than I thought.
Are you
How about
afraid
that?
it's gonna bite you?
Yes, very much so.
She's afraid.
Even
So, if you're afraid of snakes, guys, go in the comments below. Tell me, why are you afraid of snakes? Is the main reason because what she said right here? It sounds like her main reason is she very much, she says she's afraid that it's going to bite her. Is that the main fear? Because I'll tell you right now, like you have a bunch of ball pythons, pretty much the only ones that are going to bite you are probably new hatchlings, and then every once in a while you get some that you're just like not the normal ball python attitude. But for the majority, if someone, the majority of them, none of them are going to bite you, and if someone's trying to help you get over your fear of snakes, they're not going to hand you one that's going to make you more afraid of snakes.
This tiny little thing,
Yes.
you're afraid it's going to bite you.
Yes.
And you're afraid of it hurting?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the logical part of it. He's trying to talk to her.
This little thing.
But it doesn't matter because she's afraid.
It doesn't make sense.
The logic doesn't matter when you're afraid.
Damn.
This little thing that I'm holding here. Now,
Nemo, our dog bites, our little puppy bites me.
Harder.
I don't care.
Let me
Probably.
ask-
I don't know.
let me
I've
ask
never
you
been
this.
bitten by a snake.
let me ask you this.
She says she's never been bitten by a snake. Bunch of snakes down there. She maybe. Okay, that's this. Maybe I'm not saying do this to help someone get over their fear of snakes. But if she's so afraid, if the main fear is getting bit, I wonder if you just go down there with some hatchlings, and just like have her get bit by some hatchlings, and she'll be like, well, like that is nothing. Because if you've been bit by a little ball python, it's like that's nothing. It's really nothing. It's like it's a second of like and then that's it. So maybe if she did that experience, maybe that would help. I don't know. Tell me what you think down in the comments below.
You've seen me down here for 2.5 years, and I've told you I've been bitten one time by a snake that thought it probably smelled food on me.
Right.
What makes you think that you're gonna get bit?
I just have a bad opinion on snakes, and I'm just so afraid that they bite anything. That it's like they'll smell fear. They'll know I'm afraid, so they're gonna bite me, or that I'll start.
I've heard that before from people. They're gonna smell the fear, like the snakes sticking their tongue out. They smelling things. The fear is not one of those. There is no aroma to your fear that they are smelling. I guarantee that. They do not. They don't give a damn about your fear. All they know, they kind of afraid most of the time. Ball pythons, right? Most of the time they're afraid.
They're shaking, so then they'll get scared and bite me.
They be chilling in a ball, yo.
I'm scared of them.
Do you trust me?
Yes, I do
Do
trust.
you trust me that I'm being honest with you when I tell you this?
Not with this close up.
Do you trust me?
Yes, I trust
Put
you.
your hands out, and you can hold the whole baby. Because
This is some Titanic stuff, boys. Yo, do you trust me? Yo, trust her. Come on, let's trust Jack here. Come on, Rose, you gonna trust Jack? Yo.
How do you don't know that?
Oh, he's king of the world. Let's get it.
Absolutely no. I've
Trust
been
him.
around enough snakes to know that this baby is not going to bite you. Turn this way. Turn so you're facing the lights a little bit so it's easier to see.
Her face is fine.
That's it. It's her facing to be by you because you're going to hold her. Look, come back over here. Look, she's barely moving. I'm gonna ball python her up.
Does
See?
she like that better?
Yeah, I mean,
Does she feel safer?
put your hands together. She's not.
Wait, by the table,
Go ahead.
in case I gotta put her down.
She's not gonna bite you. I
Same
promise
password.
she's not gonna bite you.
She's very nervous. Yo, when you have someone scared, you know how like people like to do that joke where it's like someone's scared and like you go and like you like try to scare them a little bit and like freak them out or like that it's gonna bite them, and it's like if you got someone afraid of them, don't do that if you want them to not be afraid. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's gonna do that right now. Right now he's pretty much really assuring her like, yo, like this is nothing bad's gonna happen. But I could see other people like trying to mess with their wife or mess with whatever and actually scaring them, and that is not the way to get them over being not afraid.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead before she gets. Wait, where's her face?
It's tucked in, but she's gonna move. It's right here. Ready?
Get it? You got it. You got it. You got this. You got. Come on. We got to cheer on. You got this, girl. It's all good in the hood.
You're right, but I can't see her face.
Come on.
It's her face is facing me. Look,
Walk your
she's
pantsuit
ball
on
python.
over and hold this thing.
She's ball python up.
You got it.
She
You got
might
this.
Move once you get holding her. Put your hands over the table.
There's a
not gonna bite
pantsuit,
you.
romp,
I
whatever.
promise. I promise that she's not gonna bite you.
You got it.
Oh my God, John.
Look, she's a little baby. Ready?
My fingers are gonna be right by her face. Where are your fingers? Why isn't she
Look.
biting you?
Because they don't bite you.
Why is she? Why isn't she biting
That's
you?
why she's not biting me, because she doesn't want to bite me.
Yo. They're having fun though. At the same time, she's laughing even though she's terrified. That's
I'm not a
good.
rodent. I don't have fur.
It's supposed to be
I
fun.
don't smell like a mouse. That's why.
It's a good time.
Really fat. Have your hand ready to grab her, okay? And get her away from me. Oh, her face is so creepy.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it all night long.
Right, add some humor in there. You gotta make her laugh. This should be fun.
She's gonna bite my fingers.
She's not gonna bite it. Katie, I promise she's not gonna bite.
She's licking.
That's how they smell.
She's licking. She's smelling that fear.
Okay.
Did she bite you yet?
No, but she's gonna do soon.
Look,
so
she's sleeping.
No, she's not sleeping.
She's sleeping. Look at her. She's taking a nap. She's in ball python position 101. That's not that bad, is it?
No, it's not. I'm just so afraid she's gonna. We're like pressing our luck here that she's gonna reach out and bite me.
She's never going to bite you. I can guarantee you that 10 times out of 10, if you held her like this, she would not bite you.
Yeah, a lot of people. She's scared right now, but there's no reason. People that own them, like we know, like this snake, like there's no aggression at all being shown by this snake's actions, like none at all. So maybe what if you tried this? What if you take her around snakes that are really aggressive, so she could see a snake that is gonna bite, what it's looking like. You can tell it's fucking temperament right there. You can tell it's temperament right off the bat, like if it is pissed off or not. And so right now, this is like people that've been around them. We know that snake is just chilling, right? Maybe if you got someone that's afraid, thinking that they're always gonna bite, or the snake always wants to bite them, show them, put them around snakes that want to bite. Okay? Don't have them bite, but you kind of just show them, be like, look, this snake is pissed off. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to hold it. I'm just showing you. You can look from 10 feet away if you want. I'm just showing you that this snake, this is what a snake that wants to bite you looks like, right? This one I'm giving you, like, it's chilling. You can definitely tell between this mannerism, between that mannerism, which one going to bite you and which one not. Maybe that's something to try. Just have her see the snakes that are being aggressive and that might want to bite and all that stuff. But let her know you can be as far away as you want to be. I'm not trying to make you more scared. Hey, good. But she holding the snake all on her own. You getting it. There you go. Be proud of this. That's you. You doing it.
Sometimes there's never going to be a bite if you're holding her like that.
My hands are so
Look at that. You holding it for a long time.
What do they call this?
Like for us, that's normal. It's like not a big deal. For people that are afraid of snakes, this is big stuff, and you got to make people feel really good when they're overcoming stuff that's a big deal to them. Because it's not a big deal to you, but if it's that big of a deal to her, it means a lot if you're gonna say some encouraging words, because then they're gonna want to be like, oh, maybe we get something bigger, just to encourage it to where they want to keep trying to overcome this fear, that they're not as scary as they thought their whole life.
Kind of like if you're afraid of a dog or something, and you just kind of like have to be around dogs and lock them in a room with a dog. That's what we're doing here.
Are you proud of me?
I'm very proud of you. Guess
That's
what?
right. Tell her, yeah, you proud of yo, we all proud of you, girl. You killing it. Yo, everyone, tell in the comments too. Let her know that we proud of her. This guy's trying to get away from me. Let her know that we proud of her. I just let him crawl wherever he want to go. Let her know that we proud of her. We proud of you holding that. That's a big deal for you, because you should be proud of yourself. Accomplished.
Tell how much less frantic you are after holding it for
there you go.
30 seconds
Yeah, you ain't
to a
shaking
minute.
no more.
You're calming down. I can tell your heart's not racing. You're not like on the verge of hyperventilating.
We should have measured my heart rate.
You're not gonna have a heart
on my
attack.
phone or my watch.
You're not having a heart attack.
No.
You're taking nice,
all
slow,
good.
deep
It's not. You ain't bit.
now-
Did you get
now-
bit? No.
Now that
didn't
you
get
would
bit.
hold that snake
He's chilling.
5 minutes ago, and you only touch his butt, to the fact that you've been holding it in your hand now for 2 minutes, and it literally hasn't even moved.
That's right.
What do you think about it now?
I feel better. I'm not as scared.
As scared. Well, that's
Still
better than
scared.
what you were,
Still
right?
afraid what could happen, but I feel better. She's being very calm. She's not moving at all.
That's a ball python.
I mean, she is obviously, but not like why is she squeezing like that?
What do you mean squeezing?
Look, right. I'm afraid to move.
What do you
I'm
mean why
afraid
she's
if I move,
squeezing?
she'll bite me. Right
She's
here.
not gonna bite you.
It looks like she's like contracting her body. Or that's how they breathe. Like it looks like
that's
her
her
heart.
breathing.
Yeah, she like look like it's contract. It's like, yo, like everything gotta breathe. Like, is that cool? Like, let it breathe. It's just trying to live, yo.
Breathe too.
You afraid of it trying to live? You good?
So like,
I have to show the girls.
touching a snake, like at the
They
beginning
don't
of this
feel
video.
weird. I was never afraid what they felt
But
like.
touching it like at the beginning of the video, like was it like a 0 out of 10? Like that's what it was to you? Like how terrible it was?
Yeah, I wasn't afraid to touch it.
So like touching it on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad? 0 being bad, 10 being fantastic to touch it. What would you rate it as?
Oh, I thought you meant how afraid I was of it. To touch it was 7 or 8. I mean, I wasn't like, oh, fantastic, I love how a snake feels.
What about holding it before the video?
No, I don't hold it at all.
Now what do you think? She's okay.
I'm still scared she's gonna bite me.
Still scared.
I'm not afraid of how it feels at all. Before I met you, I thought they were slimy. I didn't know they were dry. That was a misconception.
That's common. You hear that all the time, right? Is that people always think before they actually held a snake, even they always think that they're slimy or something. They're not slimy at all. It's not like an amphibian. Like I think those are slimy. I haven't held too many frogs or salamanders, done that stuff. But that stuff is more slimier than a snake. Like snakes, they're not slimy. There's nothing slimy about them. You know, they feel nice, smooth. But she's doing good though. She's doing real good.
See, this scares me.
She's not gonna bite. She's just
It
crawling.
doesn't matter, but she's gonna crawl up my arm, and that scares me.
She can't crawl up your arm. She's not big enough to do that.
Can I put her down on the table, John?
She's fine.
Oh, she
I'm
done.
scared of that, 'cause she
Why?
don't
That's fine. Yo, I say you just call it a day. Call it a day. That's accomplishments right there.
Okay.
She's a small little baby.
But how it feels doesn't. It's their face coming towards me or wrapping around me or the kids is my other fear.
They don't wrap around though. Ball pythons don't really wrap around. They're not big enough snakes to do that.
See, like her coming at me scared. She gonna fall off the table.
Yeah.
Better get her.
But see, watch. She's not gonna bite me. Watch. She's not afraid. She's very calm. She looks like Godzilla biting you right there. So how would you rate holding it on a scale of 0 to 10?
10 being fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd say 5.
10 being
So
yo.
if you were,
It's not a 0. You know what I'm saying? It's not a 0. She doesn't completely despise them all. You know, they belong in hell type of vibes, you know? So that's good. It's not a 0. She says a 5. I mean, you can work that's improvement, right? What was it before this?
a 0 at the start of the video, and you think
0?
like,
Yeah, like it's neat. It felt cool. I was like, wow, I'm actually doing it. I'm not as afraid. I mean, I would have never done this a year ago. You know.
There you go.
But I'm not at I'm a huge ball python.
One good thing, I mean, there's good things in this video, right? But definitely a good thing that's standing out to me right now is just let whoever you're trying to get over their fear of snakes, do it. Kind of just try to feel out and do what you can at a pace that they're comfortable with. You know, pace they're comfortable. They've been married for however long, right? Obviously, probably a year more, 2 years, who knows? But all I know is that probably just say a year or more has gone by and she hasn't held a snake. Like he's been letting her go at her own pace, and now finally she held one. So that's good. That's a good thing to take a note of. Make sure that you help someone go at their own pace. Don't just try to rush them.
Either that 10, I love.
He had her held the tail
Was it
before. Remember,
neat,
held the
though,
tail.
to do it?
Yeah.
She wasn't comfortable with the whole thing at
It's
once.
neat. It's a neat feeling.
do you feel like you're a little less afraid of them now?
Yeah. I'm still afraid, but I'm less.
You're afraid of it. See,
Afraid less.
little
That's good.
unfixed.
That's accomplishment.
It just means she's smelling, searching around.
I know. I didn't know that till you told me.
Those are good-
When
those are
I
good
used to
things.
think that meant they wanted to eat you.
No, when they like coil back, that means that they want to eat you. Like when they put their neck in the S shape, like the
But
strike
it's always
position.
it's their face that always scares me. Them biting me, not.
And that's what he was trying to tell her. It's like when they put their head back in like that S shape. It's like maybe you just gotta show her, because not even that. Like even if they did, like I don't know, you just look at their face and like their body and just everything. You just know like this thing is pissed off. It has that look where it's like this thing wants to bite me, or it's defensive. You know. So maybe if you show her that, maybe that might get it to where it's like she's not afraid of that face of the snake that you're holding, because that face isn't scary when she compares it to a face that wants to bite her, a snake that's actually defensive.
What, that cute little face? That cute face?
She's cute. I like the white ones.
Who don't like an all-white snake? Hell yeah, she's cute.
Now,
Your husband making
do you
cute
wanna
stuff.
step it up to a bigger snake.
Like when?
Now?
No, she's calm down, dude. Like, let's just slow the hell down. She's like, I just held a snake for the first time. Like, pace yourself, man.
So
I need a drink.
so
Yeah, let her
you don't
relax a
drink
little
it,
bit. Let her enjoy the rest of the weekend. Damn.
This positive interactions.
Go get some wine, girl. You deserve it.
Yeah. Gotta process it.
Gotta process it. All right,
Make him watch the kids and do some stuff. You just held a snake,
Let's put her back.
confronting some fears. You deserve to have yourself some time to yourself.
Just stuck on my ring. There you go.
Good on you.
All right, so today we accomplished a major feat.
Yeah.
And that is getting Katie to
Good job,
hold
Katie.
a snake, even though it was literally the smallest snake I have in the snake
Yo,
room.
I think that's one thing that, like, I wouldn't, like, I mean, they're married and he knows her sense of humor and, like, how she is. I don't know her at all, right? For me personally, like, by just a judge of, like, a rule of thumb, like, I would never, like, I don't want to downplay at all what any type of accomplishment they did that was a step in getting over the fear. So I wouldn't be like, held the smallest one and all that stuff. Just like a mental, like, thing to think about, I guess, is that, like, I would want to just be like, man, she held her for, just talk about the good stuff, encourage her, because then she gonna want to do more, as opposed to being like, I just held the smallest one. Like, it's an accomplishment just to hold your first one, so I wouldn't even mention the small one. But that's not like, that's them, So it's like, that's not me hating on nothing. That's just how I personally, if I was trying to help someone, I wouldn't be bringing up that it was the smallest one. That's just me.
And luckily, the snake pretty much stayed completely still the whole time she held her, or else the snake probably would have ended up being yeeted across the room, and Katie would have ended up in the neighbor's backyard. So
She's like, hell yeah, like she looked like she plays softball. She's gonna underhand pitch that thing, gone.
Good. It's a good interaction. You held the snake. You didn't get scared by it. It didn't try to bite you. You didn't try to throw it across the room. And I guess part 2 of this video, maybe part 2 is you actually picking the snake up.
Part 2.
The baby snake out of the snake tub.
Oh man.
Okay.
And then maybe moving up to
Let her determine. Yo, her look on her face, like, yo, you let her determine what part 2, what that's gonna be. You suggest things. Let's see if she does it.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Stay tuned for part 2 of this video series. See you guys.
Bye.
So I think we learned a lot during that. It was fun to watch. Excited for part 2. Make sure you go check out Blind Stryke Exotics. And this is, I'm sure it's going to help someone that's trying to help someone either get over fears, or people that are afraid of snakes. Maybe it helps them. I don't know. All I know is be encouraging and try to help people get over their fears, and don't try to rush them, and just kind of go at their own pace. Definitely, this was some good stuff, guys. If you guys want to follow me, or you want to suggest a video for me to react to, you can DM me on Instagram. I'm Flexin' Pythons on Instagram, Flexin' Pythons on Facebook, Flexin' Pythons on TikTok. Flexin' Pythons, if there's somewhere, like, just search Flexin' Pythons and maybe I'll be there. Who knows? So I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good one, and I pray you can bench press more tomorrow than you did today.